All right, so we've just talked through the setup of the Domino Jointer. We've got 4 different things we need to check. Our miter gauge for this project needs to be set to 90 degrees, so that's nice and flat. Our board thickness gauge over here, the closest number to what we've got, so this is 18 mil thick material, we're going to set it to 20, so it's as close to center as possible. Our depth guide, our depth gauge needs to be set to 20 because we're using 40 millimeter long dominoes, so it needs to go in half the depth there. And the cutter is 8 millimeters in diameter because we're using 8 mil dominoes. The last one there is the mortise width gauge, which we've set to the smallest. We've clamped our leg into position here. We've clamped our rail into position, and we've got our marking out done. We want to make sure that the cord is out of the way and that all trip hazards, and we've got a nice clean workbench so that we've got all of our safety measures into place. You guys will have your aprons on to restrain loose clothing. You put your glasses on, and then the Domino Jointer is going to come and line up with your marks. We then come through with a really nice grip on the front of that plate, turn the machine on at the back there, and push slowly. Until it hits the deepest part possible. So there's one in the end of the rail. We'll come over to our leg now and do the same. Make sure that it's held firmly into position with our vise in this case. We're going to hold on to the front handle, turn the machine on, make sure the cord's out of the way. Wait until the machine turns off before we place it down, and make sure that the machine does the work. So we're moving nice and slowly, let the machine do the cutting. We're not really forcing that at that point.